Hi everyone, it's me, Teacher Marsha. Today, we're going to learn about comparing and ordering decimals. Let's learn together. Let's have a look and discuss the following examples from your student's book. First example, Jade and Samir typed some decimal numbers into a calculator. They wanted to find out who had the greater number. When comparing decimal numbers, always compare the whole number part first. The whole number part of Jade's number is 8. As you can see, Jade's number is 8 and 98 hundredths, or 8.98. The whole number part of Samir's number is 12. Samir's number is 12 and 4 hundredths, or 12.04. 12 is greater than 8, so Samir's number is greater than Jade's number. Let's get to the second example. Let's compare the numbers 2 and 35 hundredths, or 2.35, and 2 and 53 hundredths, or 2.53. Which number is greater? First, we compare the whole numbers. The whole number parts are the same. So as you can see, there are two whole numbers in 2.35 and there are two whole numbers in 2.53 as represented on the pictures. Now we compare the tenths. We find that 2.35 has 3 tenths while 2.53 has 5 tenths. So 2.53 or 2 and 53 hundredths is the greater number, as you can see in this illustration. Third example, find the greater decimal by comparing on a number line. We all know that if we count forward or going to the right, the numbers are increasing. So if it is going to the right, it's increasing. While if we count backward or we go to the left, the number is decreasing. So let's compare 2 and 15 hundredths, or 2.15, and 2 and 11 hundredths, or 2.11. So 2.11 is to the left of 2.15, while 2.15 is on the right of 2.11. So that means that 2.15 is greater than 2.11, or 2 and 15 hundredths is greater than 2 and 11 hundredths. Remember, we're using the symbol greater than and less than. So you always put the mouth to the larger number and you always put the point of the arrow to the smaller number. Letter B. Let's compare 8 and 57 hundredths and 8 and 61 hundredths. So 8.57 is on the left of 8.61. So that means that 8.61 is greater than 8.57. Or we can write 8 and 61 hundredths is greater than 8 and 57 hundredths. So now let's answer. Let's try it. Take the greater number. Letter A. Which one is greater? 2.86 or 3.12? Remember to look at first the whole number part. So which is greater? Is it 2 or 3? Of course, 3 is greater, so we have to put the tick here. Letter B. Which one is greater? 5.37 or 5.47? As you can see, both whole number parts are the same. So if it is the same, you have to move to the tenths place. So we have 3 and 4. So which one is greater? Is it 3 or 4? So 4 is greater. So it means that 5.47 is greater than 5.37. Now for letter C, compare 6.07 and 6.7. So both whole number parts are the same. Now let's go to the tenths. here the tenths is 0, while here the tenths is 7. So which one is greater? Is it 6.07 or 6.7? So just put the tick in your answer. For letter D, which one is greater? 12.263 or 12.253? As you can see, 12 or whole number parts are the same. Let's move forward to, we have 2 tenths here and we have 2 tenths here. And then for the hundreds, there is 6 here and this is 5 here. So which one is greater? Just put the tick inside the box. For number 2, find the smaller decimal by ticking the numbers on the number line. So which one is smaller? Is it 1.11 or 1.06? So we know that if we go to the left, we move backward, the number is decreasing. If we move to the right or if we move forward, the number is increasing. So which one is on the left? Is it 1.06 or 1.11? So the answer here is 1.06. So you just have to put a tick, okay? And then write your answer here. So we write here 1.06 is less than 1.11 or 1 and 11 hundredths. Remember that the greater number is always at the mouth of the crocodile. For letter B, you have to do the same for letter C and for letter D. Number 3, you have to arrange the number from the smallest to the greatest. So start with the smallest, going to the greatest number. Number 4, you have to do vice versa. You have to arrange from greatest to smallest. So you have to start from the biggest number or the greatest number and write here the smallest number. Now let's proceed to your workbook. Number 1, tick the greater decimal number in each pair. So for letter A, which one is greater? Is it 1.4 or 2.4? Of course, 2 is greater than 1, so we have to tick 2.4. For letter B, which one is greater? 1.4 or 1.9? So we have the same whole number part, which is 1. So look at the tenths place. So here the tenths is 4 and here the tenths is 9. So 9 is greater than 4. So this one is greater. Number 2, circle the smaller decimal number in each pair. So letter A, we have 8.5 and 5.8. So look at the whole number part. We have 8 and 5. So which is smaller? So 5.8 or 5 is smaller than 8. So we have to put a circle here. Letter B, we have 1.9 and 3.1. Again, look at the whole number part. We have 1 and 3. So 1 is smaller than 3. So our answer is letter or 1.9 or 1 and 9 tenths. Number 3, write the correct symbols greater than or less than. So remember the story of the crocodile. The mouth of the crocodile is always pointing to the larger number. It always wants to eat the bigger number, while the head of the arrow is pointing to the smaller number. So let's look at letter A, 6.3 and 6.1. So we have the same whole number, which is 6. And then in the tenths place, we have 3 and 1. So 3 is greater than 1. So let's put the mouth pointing to the 3 or 6.3. Okay? So do the same with letter B up to letter F. Number 4, write the decimal numbers represented by the color parts of each whole square, then order the decimals from the smallest to the greatest. So we're going to count the number of shaded parts and write it in decimal. So in the first square, we have how many shaded parts? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 10 hundredths or 0.10. For the second square, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So that is 0.08 or 8 hundredths. Now for the third square, we have 3, 6, 9. So we have 0.09 or 9 hundredths. Now we have to arrange them from smallest to greatest. So here you can look at the numbers or you can look at the illustration. Which one is the smallest? So write it here and write the greatest number here. Number 5, write the decimal numbers represented by the colored parts of each whole square. Then, order the decimals from the greatest to the smallest. So it's the same with number 4. First, you have to count the shaded parts. Count all the shaded parts and write the decimal here. Count all this shaded part and write decimal here. Count the shaded parts and write the decimal here. Then, you have to arrange them from greatest to smallest. Let's go to number 6. Write the decimal numbers represented by the colored parts of each whole square, then order the decimals from smallest to greatest. So this one is the same with number 4. So again, you have to count all the shaded parts and write your number here. And then arrange them from smallest to greatest.